Have you ever thought about how we can make space travel better, safer, and more eco-friendly? Well, guess what? Fungi just might be the answer to that. In today's video, we're going to discover how these fantastic fungi are helping us reach for the stars and revolutionize space exploration. So, buckle up and let's blast off onto this new adventure. If you enjoy this video, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And if you like mushrooms, join the Shroom Scoop, your weekly fungi fix delivered right to your inbox every Wednesday. Link is right down below. You know how we put on sunscreen to protect ourselves from sun's harmful rays? Well, astronauts need protection too from cosmic radiation. This is a type of harmful energy that comes from space and can be really bad for astronauts and their equipment. Now, imagine if there was a type of fungi that could actually help protect us from this radiation. Sounds like something from a sci-fi movie, right? There are actually these super cool fungi called radiotrophic fungi that have this special ability. They can use radiation as a source of energy, kind of like how plants use sunlight. These fungi are so tough that they were found near the Chernobyl nuclear disaster site, where radiation levels are really high. Scientists think that these fungi could be used as a shield to protect spacecraft and astronauts from cosmic radiation. It's like they're nature's very own superhero team, guarding us from harm as we explore the universe. And that's not all. These fungi might even help us come up with new ways to keep astronauts healthy while they're in space. So, when we think about building homes on other planets, we face a bunch of challenges. One big issue is finding the right materials that we can use to build safe and strong habitats. Well, guess what? Fungi can possibly be here to help save the day again. There's this part of fungi called mycelium that's kind of like their root system. It turns out that mycelium can be used to make a special kind of building material that's lightweight, super strong, and can break down naturally when we don't need it anymore. Compared to regular building materials like bricks or concrete, mycelium-based materials are like the ultimate space construction tool. They can help make spacecraft lighter, which means they need less fuel to fly, plus they can be grown right on other planets, so we don't have to bring everything with us from Earth. It's amazing to think that fungi could possibly help us build a better future in space, one mycelium brick at a time. Imagine being an astronaut on a long space mission. You're gonna need some food to eat, right? And not just any food, but something nutritious and tasty, and doesn't take up too much space. Well, guess who's here to save the day again? That's right, our fungi friends. Some fungi, like mushrooms, can be really good for us to eat. They're packed with nutrients and vitamins that our body needs. And cool part is that we can grow them in space using very little room and resources. So, astronauts can enjoy delicious, fresh mushrooms while they're far away from Earth. Fungi are also super helpful when it comes to recycling waste. You see, they can break down all sorts of organic waste, like food scraps and even astronaut poop, into useful nutrients. This means less waste piling up on spacecraft and a more sustainable way to live in space. It's like fungi are our own personal space cleanup crew. Who knew that fungi could be so helpful in making our lives better both on Earth and in space? When you catch a cold in space or are in need of medicine, you can just run to the nearest pharmacy. Astronauts will need another solution, and fungi might be here again to help. Fungi are like little factories that can produce the medicines that we need. In fact, they've already given us some amazing medicines that we use here on Earth. One famous example is penicillin, that has saved millions of lives. Scientists are learning how to tweak fungi's genes, which are like their instruction manual, to make them produce the exact medicines astronauts might need. So, in the future, we might have tiny fungal medicine makers floating around with our space explorers. Fungi can also help us develop new things like materials, fuels, and special protein called enzymes that can make space travel even better. They could be a key part of creating new tech to explore the cosmos. It's like fungi are not the only protectors and food providers in space, but also are little inventors, helping us build a brighter future among the stars. Now that we know how awesome fungi are, you might be wondering, what's next? Well, there are some really smart scientists and engineers working on cool projects to see how fungi can help us explore space even more. Here are 5 additional ways fungi may be impacting space travel. 1. Fungi as biofuel producers. Fungi can break down plant matter and other organic materials to create biofuels, which can potentially be used as a more eco-friendly energy source for space travel. Scientists are researching ways to harness this ability to create renewable energy for long-term space missions and reduce our dependence on non-renewable resources. 2. Air purification. Some fungi can absorb and break down pollutants in the air, like carbon dioxide and volatile organic compounds. This could be invaluable for maintaining clean air in closed environments, like spacecraft, where air quality is crucial for astronauts' well-being and health. Researchers are now investigating how to use fungi for air purification systems in space habitats and spacecraft. 3. Fungi for mental health. Space travel can be stressful and isolating for astronauts. Research has shown that interacting with nature can have positive effects on mental health. By incorporating fungi and other plants in spacecraft and space habitats, we could create more natural and soothing environments for astronauts, helping to alleviate stress and improve their overall well-being. 4. Astrobiology and the search for life. Fungi are incredibly adaptive and resilient organisms, able to survive in extreme environments. Studying how they can thrive in harsh conditions could help astrobiologists in their search for life beyond Earth, as well as provide insights into how life could potentially adapt to other planets or moons. 5. Fungal genetic research. Fungi have an incredible variety of genetic traits that allow them to survive and adapt to different environments. Studying these traits could lead to new discoveries in genetics, which could be used to develop more efficient and effective ways to grow food, produce medicines, and even improve human health.